to move forward, though, I can get you closer in and try to get an angle up where I get the sign.
So Crossing the Jordan was founded in 2011 with the mission to open thrift stores to fund a long-term residential program for women and children. So we say shop with purpose because your proceeds go directly to fund 12 to 18-month residential program, which we call Life Transformation Program. It's not a drug program, but we do serve those struggling with drugs or alcohol or domestic violence or a variety of things. But whatever that is that led you to needing those services, the store itself funds the mission of the residential. It's our main source of proceeds go towards funding the program. This is our core model. We believe in, we consider ourselves social entrepreneurs, which is a bit of a new way of thinking. But most of all, the reason why the program and in relation to the thrift stores is so important is we believe that those seeking to transform their lives have to really be involved in that process. So typically the normal program would be you go in, it's somewhat government funded, you stay there, and then you leave, and then you go job train. But the majority of those struggling in their lives don't have practical skills. Job training, more than job training, things that occur on the job, conflict resolution. I mean, a lot comes out in a person when they're working together, being in community. So the thrift stores are a significant part of that model for them to work here, but it becomes more of a job. And most importantly, in our other locations, Crossing the Jordan as a whole is 90% run by the graduates and with the graduates of our program in California. So it's become more of their corporation than ours. It's become a family corporation. The graduates are businessmen and women. We're a very large corporation now. So this isn't just a thrift store. We have graduates now have to completely change their lives and now are running the company.
For me, it's kind of like a double blessing for me because alongside of coming beside her and working with her and Michael and partnering up to the very thing that many years ago that we used to sit and talk about what we felt, what we were purposed to do, to be able to do that with her, just that in itself is it's just a miraculous thing. It really is. And second of all, working for Crossing the Jordan too is the other aspect of it is actually coming back into my community and actually instead of taking from it, now I'm giving back and being able to be an example to those that were on the same path that I was. Obviously certain things that are destructive paths that you can turn your life around and you can make a difference in your community and you can help to change others' lives and spare people from going on that same path. But you also at the same time have that opportunity to minister to other people. Those doors of opportunity are there, interacting with people. It's like people coming into the store and you see people that are, you can just recognize that pain because you've been there. So it gives you the opportunity to be able to say, hey, how are you doing? And, and actually reach out to people and even lead them to say, hey, this is a program here or, even the one down in Santa Rosa. I mean, you have the opportunity to help them to get, just reaching your hand out to people because, so many times a lot of people pass by each other and nobody ever, just ignores a lot of the suffering and the people that are struggling or whatever it may be, and some people just don't want to help other people, so this is like it's just a tremendous blessing. It really is.
When we started our thrift store, similar to what's going on now, it was in a very depressed part of our neighborhood. And there's a woman here with us today that was one of the first people that came in and just went shopping. And I gave her a hug and it all started from there. And you recognize their suffering and chased her for a year. Now she's second to me in the company. So she runs the company. So all because she came shopping, she was broken. We could see she was broken, and we loved on her. And here 5 years later, she's assisting us in running the company. So it all starts here, some kind of way. It starts by us just recognizing that we can love on them right where they're at. And so we will be preparing and looking for properties, which we currently are, looking for a large facility that we will. We've negotiated a couple deals here locally, so we don't know where that's at, and we have no answers, but we are currently looking for property. And then we would start the program in 4 to 8 months, something like that. And then it spreads like wildfire for as far as referrals. People hopefully see that we're a light and desire. We don't really require any referrals. What happened is we've been full from the day we started 5 years ago, for the most part. We had to grow into a larger facility because the very first home was full for 2 years with a waiting list. So similarly, we're going to follow that same model. Thrift store first, get a program, and then go from there. But our structure and our curriculum with the program is very, very structured. We already have that all laid out. So that model would just basically drop here.
I hired 3 women, and one of the things is that they immediately too, talking about sharing with them what's going on down there in Santa Rosa. They too, it's like they a lot of these people are longing for a community, with people that they can actually enter into. That way they don't feel the shame and the embarrassment of their past, and then seeing other people actually exceed and succeed gives them, that hope that, this is possible. And so some of the women that I hired was actually, they were having a hard time getting a job here in Klamath Falls because of their background, and some people, and that's the thing, is that just giving a person that is broken and really does want their life changed, just giving that hand out to them makes a tremendous difference for those that are wanting to change. And I mean, just crossing the Jordan, you see the people that are, they're seeing a new life, and it gives them now that purpose to turn into a different direction. And so that's what I liked about with Crossing Jordan is that most programs there, you have a lot of the people that are in the higher positions that don't really interact with the people that are in the program. The difference between Crossing Jordan is that Dana and Michael are hands-on. Whenever there's events, anything that's going on, it is program members, staff, everybody is involved, and they're like hands-on, down at the battlegrounds with these people. And I remember one day speaking to one of the girls, because I went down there and stayed at the program for a few weeks in the women's home. And one of the women, she told me, she says, Angie, I never realized, she says, something just clicked for me. She says, when I seen Michael and Dana taking their vacation, not to go away from us, but they actually invited us in to their time with their children. That, she says, for me was just, is what made her just like to open up to understand that, hey, these people really care about us and they really do want us to succeed.